What have been the real reasons behind the economic crisis in Sri Lanka? Now, Sri Lanka, which is one of the neighboring countries of India, has been suffering from the worst economic crisis in the last 70 years. Some of the reasons that have been cited for it is first, the devaluation in the currency. Now we would look into each of these aspects in a deeper way. The second important reason is the pandemic that badly hit the tourism industry. Now tourism is not only affecting Sri Lanka, but there were many other countries which were affected by tourism. So definitely this is not one of the major reasons that we can cite. The third important reason is between 2005 to 2015, numerous infrastructure projects were built by Sri Lanka with the help of China, and lot of loan was taken on behalf of these infrastructure project. Nearly $7 billion have been spent in infrastructure projects in Sri Lanka, but most of them are white elephants which are mired in corruption. The next important thing that we would understand is a sudden push for organic farming. Now, why this organic farming concept was brought all of the sudden? The concept was brought all of the sudden, stating that this would turn out to be a healthier proposition for the population, but this was not the real reason. The real reason was there is nearly $250 million of import for fertilizers, and since Sri Lanka was badly struggling with the payments and wanted to ban the imports, the only way out was to push itself to the organic farming. However, this organic farming was one of the worst decisions that affected the population. The reason being, numerous industries, for example, tea, cinnamon, pepper, rice were some of the common agricultural industries which were affected because of organic farming. Tea industry alone suffered nearly $625 million loss, and it affected nearly 3 million population of Sri Lanka, and that was again one of the reasons which further pushed it into a debt. Now, as we said, the reason for the organic farming was what? The import ban. The import ban was because Sri Lanka was unable to pay the debt, and this import ban affected the essential commodities. Essential commodities meaning food, medicines, all of these were affected, and the supermarket shelves went empty. So those were some of the reasons which have been cited. The next important reason is the sudden change in the taxation policy. Now, as soon as Rajapaksa got into power in 2019, the taxations were changed, and there was abolishment of pay as you earn tax, reduction in the corporate tax, reduction in the VAT, value added tax, and all these reduction in the taxes affected the revenue. So the revenue declined by nearly $560 million, and this again affected the balance for Sri Lanka. The next important issue was debt sustainability. What do we mean by the term debt sustainability? Now let's say a country borrows from other country. Now if the country is able to repay without any exceptional financial assistance back to the nations from which it has borrowed, then it is sustainable. But this debt sustainability was affected, as in the case of Sri Lanka. The next major issue was downgrading of the rating. So be it Standard and Poor, be it Fitch, the rating went very low, which was CCC, and that was affecting the economic infrastructural developments within the country. Now, in order to sustain the economic situation in Sri Lanka, it requires an assistance of $4 to $5 billion every year. However, India has paid assistance of $1 billion, which is significantly less amount as what is required by Sri Lanka. Again, what could be a best way out for Sri Lanka to move out of this economic crisis? A good way out could be increasing the exports by 50%, and this would reduce the balance of payment crisis. However, when we say increasing the exports by 50%, that requires what? It would require more innovation, it would require more investment. But when there is economic instability in the nation, you won't have good investment, and again for innovation you require more development and research research and education. Now that is again affected in Sri Lanka. Why? Because recently the examinations were called off in Sri Lanka. The real reason was there was lack of printing paper. So printing paper went extremely expensive, and therefore the exams had to be called off in Sri Lanka. So there was a decline in the printing paper also. There is lack of cooking gas, lack of power supply, lack of basic essential commodities, and therefore the unrest which has happened. Even Sri Lanka released the development bonds, but those development bonds went highly undersubscribed, and that was again one of the reasons which was responsible for the inability to repay the debt of the Sri Lankan government. However, there are various theories associated. There is one theory which is known as the modern monetary theory, which simply says the more currency you print, if the country is able to print its own currency, the more currency it prints, it would be able to meet the government obligations. However, the debt obligations can be met. However, what happened in the case of Sri Lanka was, despite printing of the more currency, there was a sudden inflation which was witnessed, and more printing led to more inflation. The inflation rose to more than 12%, and that was detrimental for the population and the people there. Besides all these factors, there are numerous other factors which are responsible for the economic crisis. Sudden decisions by the government, overnight decisions. For example, the decision of organic farming was an overnight decision. Similarly, there is lots and lots of corruption, ad hocism, miscommunication, mismanagement. All those are again responsible for, and the bureaucratic process is again responsible for the sudden push towards an economic crisis in Sri Lanka. So that was just a gist to understand why studying about Sri Lankan economic crisis is very, very essential, and why countries need to become self-dependent in order to check the foreign reserves and the deficit of the nation. So those were some of the key things that we have discussed in this lecture. If you have any questions, feel free to post those in the comment below, and we'll be covering many interesting such sessions ahead. Stay tuned. Have a wonderful day ahead.